It. It's just a quick hit. I mean, obviously, we're going to talk about the end of Vanderpump Rules today, right? Oh my gosh. Where do we even begin? Where do we even begin? Yes, these were the best days of our lives. We want to raise the glasses high. Everyone has gone literally mad in the past 24 hours. Uh, I mean, where do I begin? You know, why are we so shocked? Honestly, why are we so shocked? Unless you're the Real Housewives of Miami and you go on a pause, you don't usually come back the same way you went on the pause. I mean, I don't know. Did everyone watch the same thing that I watched last season? I mean, the show ended like it was a series end, right? So it was a series end. It went on pause for, many, 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 many months. Nobody knew what was going on. And we heard these rumors. I mean, Sarah is the one. Sarah is the one that, right here said for months and months and on our live show, she said, I don't understand. I speak to Peter Madrigal all the time. They are filming with a new cast at Sir, and he thinks maybe there'll be two shows or they'll wrap this up. So I feel like we've heard about them possibly not coming back for so long that I don't know. To me, if I compare it to like announcing that the Real Housewives of New York City was going to be completely rebooted and they were getting rid of Ramona and Sonia and Luann and everybody, that shocked me. That shocked me. It was the first time it happened. But this doesn't really shock me the way it seems to have shocked all the rest of you and the Bravo verse. I'm not as shocked. I don't know. I mean, just last week we heard. So I mean, when there's a pause, to me, you don't come back with the same cast or you're trying to figure something out. You don't go on a pause because everything is great and we know what to do. I imagine we'll be hearing about the Real Housewives of Orange County relatively soon about the next season, and I think everyone will be back except Alexis. And I think shooting will start soon. Salt Lake started right away last year because there was nothing to figure out. So I think when something goes on pause, you don't know what to do. I think the Real Housewives of Miami went on pause because they needed to figure out what to do, and then it came back with the exact same cast. Although we have Stephanie Shoji, who Andy officially announced as the new real new housewife of Miami this past week at FanFest. So I guess the longer it went, the more I was like, well, this isn't coming back. Sarah kept saying, Peter says they're filming something new. Peter actually works at Sir. And the thing is, just last week, we heard that the plan was possibly to come back and film for 3 weeks, wrap up with the old cast and kind of spin off the new show, which I thought was a good idea. I mean, what a great way to get you interested in new people, you know, that have the old people there. Mind you, the Valley, other than Jackson, Kristen, and Brittany, was all new, and here we are. So it is possible to get, used to new people without the old people there. Uh, so I guess I'm shocked that people are so shocked because it's been on pause and we've heard all these grumblings. And once you hear, I mean, is this for people that don't want this to end? Is this so much more? Is this much worse than coming back for 3 weeks? I mean, you shoot for 3 weeks and you have what, 6 episodes or whatnot? I mean, that's like almost, and we never really announced that, but that was the rumor. So, how is this much different? I mean, it was ending one way or another, right? I mean, Shaw's of Sunset's gone. Like, I don't know. People are reacting, and yeah, it was a great show. I loved it, but I feel like, I don't know. I already went through the death process with this show when it ended last season, and the way it ended was an actual montage, which was an end of the entire show. That to me was like, oh shit, this thing may not come back. That's what shocked me. I was shocked at the end of Vanderpump Rules season 11 when they did a montage. I'm like, where is this coming from? Since when is this show not coming back? So I was shocked then. I'm not shocked now. I mean, how did we get here? We could talk about this again with Sarah, because I know she's going to want to talk about it. But how did we get here? I mean, look, I hate to be so simple when it comes to the world, but it all just comes down to fucking money. I mean, that is just the bottom fucking line for business. It really, we can all want things and we can all say, oh, but it's a popular show and the ratings are good. It all just comes down to money, right? I mean, that's the bottom line. I don't know, but I imagine if they were coming back for 3 weeks, I guess let's just stick on that scenario for a minute, or even if they were coming back in general. I mean, if they were coming back for 3 weeks, they were going to come back at a very reduced salary. And I really don't think I don't see look, I think if everybody is on board and willing to take whatever salary it is that they're willing to take, except for Ariana, because she has become bigger than the show and she is now on Broadway. I mean, where I live here in New York on Central Park, the Macy's Day Parade is a block away. I mean, Ariana, I just walked down the street the other day. I'm like, what the fuck first of all, it's crazy in New York anyway right now. I'm like, what is all this for? Apparently, Ariana was rehearsing or something, and it was Ariana. I mean, I couldn't see because there were so many fucking people, and I just wanted to cross the goddamn street. But so she's in the Macy's Day Parade. She was in Chicago. And by the way, Chicago is Erica Jane, Alyssa Milano is just in it, Brooke Shields, Lisa Rinna. Chicago has been on Broadway forever. The Roxy Hart, it is stunt casting. It is called stunt casting. They need someone famous in that title role. But Ariana did. I mean, I've seen all the iterations Ariana was really good. So, like, really qualified. Like, she could actually go, and Erica did good, I mean, look, she's a bit older than Ariana, but Ariana did, like, actually really good. Like, she could go and be in a Broadway show or go back to Chicago, not to mention Love Island. I don't know how that went. I mean, I think the ratings were great. If the ratings were great, she'll be back. So, but I don't think it's fair to say it's Ariana, because if every single person were going to come back next season, or they were going to come back for the 3 weeks for whatever money, and Ariana was the only person that now she's bigger than the show and she wanted a certain amount of money, you could have had her come back look, I don't think we could have done the 3 weeks without everybody. What's the point of wrapping this thing up if not every single person signed on the dotted line? It makes no sense. Why even wrap it up if we're just going to have James and Scheana and Katie? I'm just randomly picking them. If you're going to wrap something up for 3 weeks, you need every single person there to wrap it up. Otherwise, there's no point, as you can see. We'll just cancel the damn thing. So if everybody agreed to come back for 3 weeks to wrap this up, except Ariana, I think it could have worked. You could have had her make a special guest appearance for however much money, right? And everyone else could have wrapped this up. I mean, but I don't really think, I seriously still think that, like,